South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, member of the Senate Judiciary Committee and Armed Services Committee. And Senator, good morning to you. Two big topics. Let's start with Susan Rice, and good morning to you. Thank you for coming back. Why would Susan Rice pursue this?
I have no idea, but I think we need to get to the bottom of it. Susan Rice, in my view, misled the American people about the nature of the attack in Benghazi. She appeared on 5 Sunday shows after the attack, saying things that were completely false and untrue. In terms of political manipulation of national security information, Susan Rice, in my view, has done it in the past. Whether or not she did it this time, I don't know, but it's something Congress should look into. If she was involved in unmasking Trump transition figures, what was the reason, and was there a political motive? I'd like to know that, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
She worked for the president, right?
Well, yeah, but she was a very political person. I didn't trust her.
Who would have told her to do this and pursue it?
I have no idea, but here's the one thing I can tell you about Susan Rice and Ben Rhodes. I thought they manipulated the fact pattern in Benghazi to the benefit of the president. I thought they tried to mislead the American public. There was a coordinated terrorist attack. It was not some protest outside the embassy. So I know what they're capable of doing. I'm not going to prejudge here, but I think every American should know whether or not the National Security Advisor to President Obama was involved in unmasking Trump transition figures for political purposes. It should be easy to figure out, and we will.
Did she break the law, Senator?
I have no idea, but I'd like to know the answer to that question. When did she do it? She claims she didn't. Other people claim she did. Let's talk to Brennan and Clapper. They should know. If she made a request, it would be to them. So I would suggest that we call in Brennan and Clapper and see if there was ever a request made by Susan Rice about Trump transition.
Based on that answer, you're suggesting this story runs deep, Senator.
Oh, I think it does run deep. I'm worried about Trump ties to Russia. I'm worried about who's leaking all this classified information to hurt our country. I'm very worried about somebody unmasking incidental collection for political purposes. I'm worried about all three.
Is this the information that was spread to, what was it, 16, 17 other government agencies? In the closing days of the Obama administration, is this part of that?
I don't know. What I do remember being told was that the intelligence community assessed that the Russians hacked into the DNC computers and Podesta's emails for political purposes to interfere in our election. That happened before the election. After the election, now we have allegations that the Trump transition team, through incidental collection, that their names were collected and unmasked, apparently inappropriately. I think that is a real problem that we should get to the bottom of. And there's an easy answer to this. Did she ask Brennan and Clapper to unmask incidental collection of Trump transition figures? If she did, I want to know why.
Well, you mentioned the 5 talk shows after Benghazi.
Right.
That's okay. She did an interview 12 days ago. Was she forthcoming in that interview, Senator?
I have no idea, but when it comes to Susan Rice, you need to verify, not trust. When it comes to Ben Rhodes, you need to verify, not trust. I know both of them very well, and it wouldn't surprise me that if somebody in the Obama administration, like Susan Rice, would do this, but I'm not going to prejudge. There's a way to find out. I intend to find out.
Understood. Topic number 2, Neil Gorsuch. He will be confirmed, correct? I mean, that's everything we've heard from Republicans. And it could even be on a 51 vote count, right? Which would be the nuclear option. Democrats argue it doesn't matter. If you don't go nuclear on this nominee, you will go nuclear on the next one. Are they right?
Oh, their fate is in their own hands. We allowed Sotomayor and Kagan to go to the floor without being filibustered. I voted for both of Obama's nominees. I just asked that Neil Gorsuch be given the same treatment. He's highly qualified, the highest rating the ABA could give a judge, 2,700 cases, 1 reversal. This is all politics. I will not allow a system where Democrats get their judges and Republicans cannot. Trump won the election. He made an outstanding choice in Neil Gorsuch. If we have to change the rules, we will. And I blame my Democratic colleagues for creating this mess to begin with.
Last question. You said Alexander Hamilton would be rolling over in his grave. That was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
If 51 votes is used for a Supreme Court nominee, first time ever, how truly does the Senate change after that?
Well, we didn't really have a filibuster available until 1948 in terms of judges. Alexander Hamilton is rolling over in his grave because the Democrats are substituting their judgment for that of the president. Advising consent was to weed out the unqualified, somebody that would show favoritism, a crony of the president, not to substitute your judgment for that of the president. It was all about qualifications. This changes the Senate. It is not a fatal blow to the Senate. It is a serious wound. A fatal blow to the Senate would be changing the filibuster rules regarding legislation. That would end the Senate as we know it.
Senator, thank you for your time. Lindsey Graham, the Republican from South Carolina. Thank you. Shannon.
Well,